indulge in an amazing gastronomic tour of Down Under this evening. Thanks to our international guest of honor, Chef Dan Churchill, right over in the kitchen.
It's been an incredible night. I want to say thank you to the team here at Vela and Chef Marvin, who's been incredible. Morning, brother. How you doing?
So today we're off to Toronto, and I get to cook with a Canadian chef on behalf of Tourism Australia. So cook with media to share with them more about Australia. I'm actually cooking different dishes from the different states of Australia to help people understand ingredients, flavour profile, and ultimately where things come from, but to help shape and get people excited to travel down under. And anytime Tourism Australia calls me, it's always one of the best projects I get to do. This one's really special. You grow up wanting to do some pretty cool things, and when you step back and go what you're actually being able to do and being asked to do, you feel that the time and dedication you put in is gratified when your country asks you to represent them. So, I don't know, it's a kind of proud moment. Tim Hortons? It's better than, it's like the Starbucks of Canada, right? But better. 779, where you at? So today's training session, just got back to the hotel before dinner service tonight, got to still get my training session in. And we have 4K warm-up followed by 3 rounds of 400-meter efforts. Each round will get a little bit more intense, but this is my quality session for the week. So going to go for essentially about a 16 or a 10-mile effort today around Toronto. Find a track, get into it, and back into service tonight. So let's get into it. Get the reps in, no matter what. Good morning. How are we doing? What's up, Chef?
Good morning. How are you?
Good, bruh.
You alright? Yeah.
That sounds awesome. I see them dating all the time. Like their favorite recipe. Like,
It's 1 p.m. What time's our first dish? 7 p.m. is it?
Yeah, that should be plenty of time for us to
So
and everything else. Beef are cooked. I'm cooking up a little bit more.
Dope.
I have the charcoal going now.
Awesome.
I'm gonna have Reliza. So Reliza's gonna be in charge of these 2 stations here. She's a dog.
Awesome.
So she's gonna be doing. We'll walk her everything.
Chef Marvin and his team have already started prepping this yesterday. So day of, we feel good. Just going to top off a few more items, and then it's his show. So I'm just here as a guest.
These are the pavlova.
Oh, crushed it, dude!
So he literally just took these out of the oven today.
Oh man, they're
Good, right?
beautiful.
Yeah.
Nice.
Very talented chef there. We're waiting on Tony to come in. And if John's going to come in now.
Essentially, in Australia, the Indigenous community are really big into open flame cooking. It's more than just cooking, it's like spirit to them, right? So open flame is huge. So we do a lot of charcoal work, we've got the bijitan, that kind of stuff, but a lot of the work they'll do is open flame or in the ground cooking, which is a lot of stuff that Chef Marvin and I want to replicate tonight.
All right.
Wicked. Thanks, team. Because if this is vegan, we can't do the chef nurse either. Can you send the ribbons? Can you peel that?
An agnolotti, which is traditionally pasta that would be made in the north of Italy. So you can little pockets, and then we're just gonna run it through a little sheeter here. So this one's filled with ricotta, parm, and black pepper. Is it pink? It's I can just scrub and clean with the green scrubby all year long.
Alright, so it's 3:30, and Chef and I kind of just think about plating. So the first course is the beetroot dish. So you know, we've got plenty of time, which is why it's fun to conceptually think about how we want the plate to come together. So essentially the next 2 minutes. Oh, dude, fucking look at that. Look at this. This is why plants are fucking sexy. You pipe and then you get that green oil with the eucalyptus. That's a great dish.
We've got such a special guest tonight in Dan Churchill. So Dan is one of our Friend of Australia partners, so he's one of our amazing ambassadors. So he's New York based, but we've brought him up here and we adore Dan. His chef talent is one thing, but his passion for Australia, his home, the way he speaks about it is, I mean, even me as an Australian, it's just magic. So he's such a valued member of the Australia family, and he's going to put on an absolute treat for everyone here tonight. I know it.
So it's 4:40, we're about to have family meal, and before family meal, we just want to make sure everything's done and sorted. Chef Marvin and his team are very dialed in, makes my job a lot easier. So I'm just effectively cooking today, which is sick. One really exceptional thing working with Chef Marvin is he's completely in the same headspace when it comes to designing menus as I am. So like, specifically with Vela, like here, they have a way where they are very flexible in the final plating. It's still going to be delicious, but you know, they've got the ability to actually still be flexible if something doesn't arrive, or you know, they think something's better. Instead of having to stay super consistent with maybe what they've done previously, they're like, you know what, let's try something. So for me, for example, rocking up tonight, I've been able to, you know, whilst we thought of a menu, the menu's still the same relative. We've changed a few elements and sauces, add a few things here, remove things there. You know, things came in differently than we thought. So yeah, it's really cool to find someone to work with who has the same principles as you.
First place it's at 7. Okay. Same thing. Same energy as last week. You know, St. Valentine's Day was a big day. Same thing today. So we're just bringing that same energy today. It was again, let's welcome Chef Dan with us. It's a privilege, and we're very stoked to have you here. The food that we've been doing today is really, I know it's going to be fire.
We are very lucky to have the opportunity to indulge in an amazing gastronomic tour of Down Under this evening. Thanks to our international guest of honor, Dan Churchill, Chef Dan Churchill, right over in the kitchen.
Firstly, I am just unbelievably blown away by the support of Vela. Chef Marvin and the team, front of house, back of house, have been unbelievable. I don't know if you know, in the chef world, it's hard to allow other people into your kitchen, and they've just been like, dude, come have fun. So I just want to say a massive thank you to Vela. Thank you to Georgia and Tourism Australia. Every time, you guys know, like every time you guys send me an email, send me a text, this is like the best job in the world. I grew up wanting to play rugby for my country. I love representing my country. I never got to do it on the sporting field, but I would dare say it, I could not be more happy the way things turned out to be with you guys here tonight. I love my country so much, and to be here is an absolute honour. I'm really proud of our farmland. Our Australian roots of farmland go back to some serious, amazing traditions. Our Indigenous people, you cannot not just be immersed in the culture that stood the test time and still is to this day, and doing some incredible things that I use in my menus. I use a lot of their Indigenous ways, their traditions, like our beetroots tonight, which are cooked in charcoal and also had eucalyptus in them. But I'll just say it's like there's two things: culture, sustainability practices, and our farming that personally come to me, and that's why I'm always so proud to talk about that, and obviously go home, give mum a hug and go for a surf. So it's always the way. But thank you so much for being here. It's an absolute honour. If you do have any questions, I'm happy to chat. Honestly, love it. So here we have a 2020. How many Canunga Hills from 2020 do you have? So this is a Wagyu beef, this is butternut squash, and then this is a demi-glaze. Thanks for the call. Thank you. Always. Bye. Past 10, people are starting to head out. It's been an incredible night. Every time I do this, I speak with so much passion and vigor about my amazing country. And I tell you this right now, whether you're trying to play a sport, whether you are trying to represent your country, I would say the most important thing to achieve whatever it is you want to achieve, other than having your core values set, is just being consistent and grinding. And it sounds obvious, it's what everyone says, but if I look back on some of the opportunities and the reason why I get to do cool things like this and have this being shot for you to see, is going deep, persisting, has only led to people knowing about what I do to then ask me to then do it. You also have to do a decent job, but it's been an incredible night. I want to say thank you to the team here at Vela and Chef Marvin, who's been incredible. I said this before, it's not always so welcoming when another chef comes into your restaurant, but he's been incredible, as have the front of house, as have Fall Harbour, the PR team, and of course Georgia and Jordan from Tourism Australia. I look forward to working on our next project together, and I look forward to sharing more videos around some of the insights of what it takes to represent your country or represent something you're truly passionate about. And ultimately, I'm here to help you guys eat like a legend. So if you haven't picked up my book yet, it's a great way to get started learning not just about cooking, but how you put yourself first. So go ahead, pick that up, and it's always a great gift for someone, whether it be a guy learning to cook, a boyfriend needing to be taught, or a lovely lady ready to get behind it. I'm DC, I'll see you in the next video, and thanks always for your love.